Zelensky could be overthrown if he fails to hold elections, Ukraine lawmaker states. An opposition lawmaker in Ukraine, in the parliament, is warning that President Vladimir Zelensky could eventually face a coup d'etat if he persists in banning national elections. The Verkhovna Rada, the Ukrainian parliament, this lawmaker, Alexander Dubinsky, wrote on Telegram that a coup is possible. And he warned that it'll be the case if Zelensky, who has done everything contrary to the interests of Ukraine and what he promised before his election, remains in power bypassing the elections. Surely no one will tolerate this, he says. But already the government had canceled elections which were supposed to be held last spring, citing martial law and the necessity of no disruption in government due to the Russian invasion. And this is a situation which looks to persist longer, angering many Ukrainians who are dissatisfied with Zelensky's handling of the conflict. President Putin of Russia called Zelensky legitimate as a result, but NATO allies, including the United States, accepted the cancellation of elections. Putin had said that his term expired together with its legitimacy, which cannot be restored by any tricks. Dubinsky, the opposition lawmaker, now highlighting the issue, actually been under investigation for treason stemming from a years-long alleged criminal conspiracy involving corruption. Kiev has long maintained that indefinitely postponing elections was in accord with the nation's constitution. Ukrainian legal experts, consulted by Deutsche Welle of Germany, said that they expected Zelensky would remain in power until a new president is elected. The Ukrainian constitution states this clearly, said Andrei Mahera of the Center of Policy and Legal Reform in Kiev. The president does not automatically lose his powers 5 years after inauguration. These powers are only removed when the newly elected president takes office, that is, after elections. Presidential and parliamentary elections are currently out of the question. Ukrainian's constitution places a temporary restriction on the former, whereas martial law bans both, in part, officials have said, to protect voters from harm. So long as Zelensky has the support of the West, it's expected he will continue to rule without problems. One potential coup scenario, however, might involve far-right elements connected to Ukraine's military, such as the Azov battalion, stirring strong dissent in the scenario of Zelensky being willing to go quickly to the negotiating table with Moscow. While much of the Ukrainian populace is surely tired of the war and might be willing to let go of some pro-Russian Far Eastern territories for the sake of peace, groups like the Azov Brigade and Right Sector would be out for blood. In other words, they would not stand for this. And this is by Tyler Durden on Zero Hedge. We'll see what happens. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.